Hello, my name is Dmitry Pastushenko and I'm a Chief Integration Manager at Creates CGI. I'm an engineer by training. I used to work as an editor and as a project manager, and now I've found a job that sort of combines the best features of them. And I'm incredibly privileged to work in the CGI field. For Creates CGI specializes in creating high-end digital imagery for architects, designers, and developers. These are 3D visualizations and animations for architectural designs and concepts. It was important to establish it at first, but let's get back to myself and my job. You see, I'm a Chief Integration Manager. I work every day on increasing the customer lifetime value of our clients, and I'm really proud of it. For I get to talk to clients about how they can, fully benefit from our Archivizor CRM. Now let me give a quick word about what Archivizor CRM is. It's our task management system that we've designed specially for CGI project work. It's crucial to our strategy of increasing the customer lifetime value. Archivizor CRM is where all the project communication happens and where all the project files are stored indefinitely. So I show clients how they can use features like financial reporting, libraries, multi-user access, and etc. I'll tell you about all of them in detail a bit further in the presentation. I also gather feedback on those features and improve them regularly. And most importantly, I ask the clients about what would they want to get from our service in general, and Archivizor CRM in particular. The clients tell me about their internal workflow, talk about their wants and needs. Together we come up with a solution, but then I take the information and discuss it with our IT development department and other departments that might be involved in this collaboration. As a result, we release new features and further enhance the customer experience. It allows us to form closer bonds with the clients and ultimately persuade them to continue to choose us. How exactly do we achieve that? I'd say it's through three main elements. It's the workflow, the standard technical assignments, and the style guide. And in this presentation, I'll be talking about how exactly we work on them and what effect it has on customer experience. So the proof that we're taking the customer lifetime value seriously is all here in these 4 figures you see. Since the foundation year, which is 2011, we've worked with 2,889 clients and completed more than 33,000 projects for them. And our current pace is about 15,000 renders per month that we do, and I think that's pretty good numbers, Now, whom we do Creates CGI for? Our clients fall into 4 main categories. It's the architects and designers, manufacturers, marketplaces, and middlemen. Each category has different needs and therefore orders different CGI products and services. So architects and designers, they need architectural renders, they need interior renders, architectural animations, and 360 panoramas. They mainly use them for presentations, communication with clients, and competitions. Product manufacturers order 3D models of their products, product images, lifestyles, product animations, and interactive CGI solutions. They use them for websites, social media, digital and traditional advertising, and online marketplaces. With marketplaces, it's a bit difficult to define the exact products. You see, each case is unique here. We find and craft custom solutions for every client of this category. Middlemen, they tend to seek CGI services with in-house project management, consulting, training, and co-branding. Now that you know who we work with, you might wonder how it's even possible to cater the needs of such a variety of categories. What kind of strategy can increase all these customers' lifetime value? Well, we were working on that for a while, and now I like to think that we found the answer. We've developed a strategy that we constantly refine, of course. And in its current state, it has taken us to where we're at now. And the strategy comes into three ingredients. It's the workflow, standard technical assignments, and the style guide. So these three things help us to increase the customer's lifetime value. The workflow in our business, it means enhancing the user experience by making his participation in the process as easy and effort-free as possibly. So ideally, it should be fun. We've managed to organize that through Archivizer CRM. And the standard technical assignment is a set of questions that provides CGI artists with all the necessary information. So that ensures a smooth project process and accurate task understanding. And this also eliminates most of the questions that may arise during the project. When the standard technical assignment, or the STA as we call it here, as I shall call it further, is completed, the client can basically sit back and wait for the results of the first step. So it's like often there's some kind of a draft results. So the style guide is aimed at helping the client convey the stylistics of the project. So you see, normally it takes like a lot of time and effort, and most importantly, the style guide allows the client and their CGI team to be on the same page. So now that we looked at those strategic components in general, we can go on to talking each of them in detail. So let's start with the workflow. As I have said, we improve and customize it using our Archivizer CRM. So now let's see what exactly we do, and let's go through the functions. So the projects and tasks. When the client comes with a request, I'd say like for interior or exterior rendering, we create a project in our Archivizer CRM. And in this project, we create tasks that it must consist of. Each task has a certain result. Often it's some kind of a file. This can be an image or a 3D scene or a 3D model. Something like, it seems like a simple thing, right? But yet this hierarchy is allowed us to build the process that maintains customer experience at a high level. Let's see how. So first of all tasks and projects are stored in the Archivizer CRM indefinitely. And the data in them is stored as well. This way, the client can open a completed project at any time and easily find the information they need. Like, for instance, find some elements in order to use them in the new project. So this could be furniture or decor for interior renders. For exterior images, it might be materials, trees, some other elements as well. And with Archivizer CRM, it's super easy. For the client, he can just find the item he needs and attach it to the new project using the virtual storage. There's no need to store an ocean of files and manage them. So just like a few clicks. Secondly, the hierarchical approach allowed us to build an effective quality assurance system. So let me explain on that a bit more. Each project consists of tasks, and each task is distributed to a CGI artist. As well, there is a team leader who oversees the results and in every task. And he makes sure that they are consistent in quality and style. The project determines who will lead the team. Let's say there's a large-scale project with multiple tasks, and the results of these tasks combine to make one single product. I'd say a 3D rendering, a big exterior image, or an animation video of the flies through this exterior. In this case, the CGI artist will play the team leader role, for he will need to see that the resulting pieces of the puzzle fit together. For instance, that the 3D model is made by one CGI artist could be placed in the 3D scene built by another 3D artist, and that elements are in the same tone and style. When a project consists of several tasks of the same type, it's a different case. Like an apartment building, for instance, where the 3D artists need to create imagery for apartments in the same type. In this case, the project manager will be the team leader. for he will need to see that all the tasks are completed on time and comply with the client's assignment. As a result, coming back to us with a new project is comfortable. In fact, the more times the client comes back, the more comfortable and easy it is. Files and messages. So I have mentioned that in the previous point that all tasks and projects with all their data are stored indefinitely. And that involves not only the files, but the messages as well. Like, how does this benefit the client? Well, to begin with, having all the messages stored in the system keeps things in order. It's a huge plus. And for how does CGI project work usually happen? The client communicates with different team members, with the different chats throughout the same project. A few messages on Skype, a few messages on Viber, then back on the Skype, then SMS, you get the idea. And there is a result you find like a lot of necessary info is like that finding something really necessary for your project is virtually impossible because all the info is scattered through the different messaging systems. Worst of all, like something might get lost, and a comment for the client might get lost, or a question from the project manager, and this may result in project delays. Now with the ArchiVisor CRM, we've managed to avoid this all. There's one communication channel and there's one chat for each task. All files and messages are in there, and you can find anything in one place. Another major plus of storing all the communication is that these messages, they function as a smart contract. Nothing can be deleted from the chat, which ensures the transparency of the process. For the client, he always knows that should the need arise, they can come back and find all the communication there, including their messages and the ones of the CGI team. Oh, the 3D stock, my favorite thing. If we build the base of, about 60,000 3D models and about, I'd say, 7,000 lifestyle scenes in our ArchiVisor CRM, and these assets are crucial to improving the customer service as well. In case you're unfamiliar with the way the CGI project works, let me explain a few words. So this 3D model base contains like all kinds of interior and exterior elements, like furniture, like decor, props, lighting fixtures, textiles, doors, door handles, windows, stairs, and many, many more. These are 3D models that can be used in digital imagery. So instead of having them modeled each time from scratch, an architect can just open the storage we have, select what they like and attach to the project. As well, the client can also get there, select some models he likes, and attach them to the project and to say please use this plant here, this vanity there, and all this stuff. In addition, selecting 3D models is very easy and it shouldn't take long. For the 3D models can be sorted by categories, by style, material, brand, and all this stuff. So the lifestyle base we have, it contains the interior and exterior scenes we've previously created. This base is mostly used by product manufacturers, but sometimes comes in handy to architects as well. So it works as a 3D model base. A client can find a scene they like and attach it to the project. So the scenes can be filtered by the room type, by the style. There are 12 of them, I'd say, the gamma, the bright or the pastel gamma, the tone, the color, the material, and select anything he needs from this 7,000 base lifestyle. Now, how exactly does virtual storage help improve customer experience? In three major ways, I'd say. So it reduces the time for setting up the project. So the client doesn't need to look for the 3D models and on the internet or write lengthy descriptions what they must look like. The 5 minutes you have to waste and you find the exact 3D model you want. Or the whole scene. The second thing that benefits is that it reduces the project completion time. So when we have the ready 3D products and the CGI artist doesn't need to model these objects or build scenes from scratch. So the difference can be dramatic, especially with the lifestyles. When a product manager chooses a ready scene and That's left is 3D modeling of the product to put in it. A major time saver, I'd say. It cuts the project cost as well. It's the third bonus. And our clients use 3D models and lifestyles for free. They don't have to pay anything for them. And most importantly, they don't have to pay for the 3D modeling of these objects or building scenes. So when the budget is, pretty restrained, we recommend clients tapping into our CGI assets treasury. So now you understand how these ready assets are one more reason the clients come back to us and trust us with more imagery. So the My Library. The library is the personal virtual storage that we allocate to all of our clients. So they keep their 3D models, materials, and lifestyles that will be used in the next projects. It's a benefit for all the categories and of the clients. And the architects, for instance, they often upload materials they like to use, some particular kinds of wood, marble, etc. And in addition, they add the storage 3D models of the custom furniture they designed. And should a piece fit in the new project, the 3D model will be, in the couple of clicks. So the product manufacturers use the library extensively too. For instance, they store 3D models for their products. And once they need a new imagery for a certain collection, I'd say the Christmas marketing, or they can create a new project and easily add the existing 3D models to it. So moreover, the product manufacturers, they like to upload to the library the 3D assets they use recurrently and repeatedly. These may be the decor 3D models or the accessories, some flower arrangements, any plants, lighting, the things they like to see in their lifestyles all the time, the product they enjoy. And to sum up, the library has the following benefits for clients. So first of all, it's a comfortable, well-organized storage. And there is no need to think about where to store these terabytes of files, how to organize them, and how to share the assets with all of the team that is involved in the project. And our clients upload the assets once, and they are stored and kept in the order, So the second thing is the assets can be easily added to any new project, and it is done with a few clicks. You have to promptly find your model in it, and just 2 clicks, attach, and it's in there. And the third thing is the assets in the library are regularly updated. For instance, if the 3D model is created for the old software version, I'd say the 3ds Max 2008, I don't know, and we take it and we update it to the newest one so it could fit. And this way the model is as good as new and can be used again. The corrections. So the corrections are part and parcel of our effective workflow, and especially when working with the design. And we totally understand and respect that. And for instance, sometimes when an architect sees the preliminary results, they realize they need to change something. And maybe they have a new idea that may come up, and we will add something new to their design. So we made sure that sending these corrections is as easy as it's possible. For that, we've added an image editor to Archivate the CRM. So all the clients they need is to open the rendering and write their comments over it. Or you may draw something over it, like draw an arrow and say that please change this sofa to green, I don't know, this wall to white, something like this. So the benefits are obvious. For first, adding comments in such way is very fast and easy, which is hardly the case when one has to make a screenshot, write something on it, upload, and then send to us. And thus for every point. Such a process could take a couple hours, sometimes. And sending the corrections becomes a more hard thing for you. So with our editing tool, however, we've managed to reduce the time of writing a comment to a few seconds, So second, a correction shown in the picture is much easier to understand than a lengthy written comment. So as a result, the street artist, he asks fewer questions and they see what needs to be done at a glance. So this way, instead of resending the corrections, we've built them into the system, you know. So this is clear benefit that makes working with us comfortable, which contributes to our efforts to increase customer lifetime value. So the financial reporting. So pricing transparency is essential to a positive customer experience. So we made sure that our clients can see the cost breakup of the project at any time. So we use Archivizer CRM for that purpose. It's simple. As you already know, every project has a profile in the system. And this profile contains the general project information, including its cost. And it is broken down into separate activities or tasks. So each task contains its separate cost too. So also the client can see whether the task is paid or needs to be paid. You know, it's easy, and there's no need to think about where the price comes from. The multi-level account accesses. So when our client works alone in the project, that's easy. You know, they're the only one person sitting there. But what if, let's say, the project has, I don't know, 3 tasks, and each of them we work with a different designer. With the project in general is managed by the head designer, you know, of the team, client's team working with us. So let's imagine that the head designer wants to have access to all the tasks, and the other designers can see their own tasks only. And moreover, the head designer doesn't want designers to view financial reporting of the tasks. We understand how critical information safety is, and we found a way to help with that. So for that purpose, we've created 2 types of accounts, a master account and a sub-account. So the master account, he gets access to all the project information, so to the communication, to the financial data, and moreover, its holder can decide what information the sub-accounts will see in the Archivizer CRM. So sub-accounts, respectively, they access only the tasks and the info that the master account allows. So coming back to our example, the head designer will get the master account in the project, and other designers, they will be sub-accounts. So we've got lots of positive feedback on that possibility, you know, and we're sure that this feature helps our clients to come back and trust us with more CGI production. API integration. So we work with our clients through Archivizer CRM, so it was no exception at all. Because this improves the customer experience. It saves them time and money, and ultimately leads to more imagery production. But sometimes things aren't that easy, you know. And for instance, some companies have their own CRM systems and task managers, and their policies require that CGI project data should be kept in there. So this means that the client has to copy everything from Archivizer CRM to their own system and back and forth. Another thing that bother corporate clients was the necessity to train their workers so they could use Archivizer CRM. Sure, it's user-friendly and super easy, but when people are used to working in a certain way, they don't want to learn a new interface. So how can we make these clients happy? So how can we make our working process smooth and easy to the point of addictiveness, you know? One happy day we discussed the issue with our IT department, and since then we've learned to integrate our Archivizer CRM functions to the task managers and CRM systems that are used by our clients. And all functions, including project setting, messaging, files exchange, financial reporting, you name it, can be used from a different interface. So moreover, we can even add a client's personal library to their website. So we have so many interesting projects of that type, and I wish I could show them to you, but they're all unfortunately on the NDA, and here's one of the API integration project I can show you. So one more way to make our customers come back and order more imagery is API integration.